Hello and welcome to the next video in the DJ Danger YouTube channel. This is the Series 1 WWE 2K19 draft. The next one will take place after WrestleMania. I know we're going to have a nice little span there. Now, as you can see, we can't see it right now, but I'm actually going to let you guys find out on your own. We have a new YouTube website, a website for our channel. You can follow it at dangerdj.weebly.com. Again, that is dangerdj.weebly.com. I did use Weebly. This thing took me months to over a year to build because I had to make sure everything was perfect, everything looked presentable. So go ahead, check it out. You already know the deal. Now, with that being said, this is the draft, and I'm about to read off the rules for everyone to know. Raw gets the first pick. Raw has secured the NXT Cruiserweight division, while SmackDown has secured the UK division. Now, the women's titles and the tag titles will be unified, as the women's titles will be unified on the Raw post-draft show, and the tag titles will be unified on the post-draft show for SmackDown. Now, when will that video come out? We don't know. I don't know. Excuse me. Whenever I get a gauge for when I'll be coming back to the gaming, I'll put an update, which by the way reminds me, please go check out the community tab. I'm deleting a few posts, but please go to the community tab because I do post things in there. Also, thank you for 60 subscribers. That was amazing. And also, thank you guys for signing the petition to give wrestlers their benefits. I believe that wrestlers should have employee benefits. And we reached 100. Let me look right now. We reached our biggest threshold for YouTube, for our YouTube views. And wow, I think it was like 167 views. So that is the #1 popular video right now. So thank you so much. Let's see if we can get this video to at least 170 views. I'm hoping that. And if you like the video, let's get this video to 30 likes. That's my threshold. Get this video to 30 likes for the WWE 2K19 draft. And without further ado, I'm going to reveal the new Raw general manager and the new SmackDown general manager. The Raw general manager, can I get a drum roll, please? The Raw general manager is none other than the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle himself. He will be the general manager of Monday nights. And the commissioner of Monday nights, of course, will be Shane McMahon. Now, for SmackDown, Vince McMahon is going to be stepping down as the CEO and SmackDown commissioner. He'll be a backstage producer. So our SmackDown commissioner will be none other than Teddy Long. He will be the SmackDown commissioner, and our SmackDown general manager is none other than the rated R superstar himself, Edge. Edge will be the new SmackDown general manager. Also, we're going to be using the Raw and SmackDown arenas from 2005 and 2006 with the current logos, of course. So, that's what we're going to be doing. So I also took a few weeks to a month or so to think of these rosters. I wanted to see who fit where and did it make sense. Each brand got 15 picks. And because the women's titles have been unified, they didn't really pick that many women because, it's one title. But some people did pick a few women. Raw picked no women. They only picked their Raw. We're going to reveal the picks next. The first pick of the 2K19 draft, Raw, Kurt Angle, and Shane McMahon, they select the WWE champion, Adam Cole, and the Undisputed Era. Of course, they are one of the finest superstars of all time. At one point, the Undisputed Era held the SmackDown Tag Team titles, and Adam Cole won the WWE Championship in a grueling Battle in Hell match, a grueling 60-minute Demon match, and Money in the Bank, a 60-minute Iron Man Hell in a Cell match. Adam Cole was bloodied, I believe. You can check out the video in our channel. He was bloodied, beaten, battered for me for 1 whole hour. That took up an entire episode. For 1 whole hour, he battled AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, and if I am not mistaken, he even battled Jeff Hardy. Those four men put on a wrestling clinic. The cell was basically a steel structure while they was breaking through. It was amazing. The match, Adam Cole we had like 11, 10 and 11, maybe 12 points to win. But regardless, the Undisputed Era could wreak havoc on Raw. Coming up next, SmackDown selects the United States champion Des Dog. Des Dog, the first overall pick on SmackDown. As we know, Roman Reigns defended the Universal title, which is now the World title. Nobody keep switching, but we're going to stay on the World Championship. Roman Reigns defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown, the last episode of the gaming 2019 Series 1. In a Iron Man match, I believe Nakamura won, but Roman Reigns took a chair, wrapped it around his neck, and broke his neck. As we know, Nakamura has a damaged larynx and neck problem, so he will be out of action until around the Rumble, maybe after the Rumble. We don't know when he will be back. Worst case scenario, he'll be back after Series 1 is already over. Best case scenario, he'll be back right before WrestleMania starts, so like maybe March. But regardless, Shinsuke Nakamura is out of action and he will not be able to be drafted yet. Once he is back, ready to wrestle, he will stay on SmackDown, or if Raw can poach him, they can propose a trade, he will go to Monday nights. But as of right now, Nakamura is a free agent. Moving on, Monday Night Raw's second pick is the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. And as you know, he was a part of the Bullet Club. However, with a trade going through on a Raw episode, they traded their Intercontinental for U.S. champion. So that's why Dez is on SmackDown already, but he just got drafted again to SmackDown, and Balor is now separated from the Bullet Club. The only way we could keep the Bullet Club together is if Styles, Gallows, and Anderson go to Raw. And this also ruins that dream match of Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong in that Faction Wars match. Moving on, the second pick for the SmackDown roster, SmackDown selects their SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Deadly Spartans. And of course, that is a huge pick. Moving on, Monday Night Raw. Oh, by the way, let me just mention this. The Deadly Spartans, when we come back to the, Series 1 on the SmackDown, the Raw episode after the draft, we come back, the Deadly Spartans will take on the Deleters of Worlds to unify the Tag Team Championships. So make sure whenever I do come back on with the gaming, make sure you watch that. That'll be a must-see match-up. Now moving on, Raw selects the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Deleters of Worlds, which again, they defeated DJ Deadly and Des Dog to win them. Of course, they are no longer a tag team. And SmackDown selects for their third pick, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, with his special advisor, Paul Heyman. And of course, that is a huge pick. And Paul Heyman did ask me, and he wrote this speech out, so I want to read this off. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I am the special advisor for the still reigning, defending, undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Due to these unfortunate circumstances of Mr. Nakamura's egotistical attitude, challenging our chief, only to try and take his title, only to relinquish it due to injury, our chief demands that SmackDown executives Teddy Long and Edge hand him the World Heavyweight Championship. And if they do not, the Tribal Chief will wreak havoc on SmackDown until he gets that wish. If he has to break necks every week to get that wish, he will do so. Again, those are the words of Paul Heyman. Moving on, our next pick is the Raw Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, going to Monday Night Raw as their fourth pick. Again, she defeated Bayley at Money in the Bank to win the title, and I believe that was a Hell in a Cell match, if I am not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was Hell in a Cell match because I mean my memory's foggy, but Shayna Baszler is going to be a dominant women's champion. Of course, she will face Brooke Danger on SmackDown to unify the titles. If you had to ask me who I thought would win, Shayna Baszler. She's getting more ruthless by the week. I mean, it's only a matter of time before she does snapping arms again, and use the tap, nap, or snap motto she always uses. Moving on, we SmackDown selects Seth Rollins with the AOP. I don't know why they didn't select the SmackDown Women's Champion Brooke Danger, but Seth Rollins a huge pick for SmackDown. They'll change the scenery there. So Rollins and the AOP will be going to Friday nights. With their fifth pick, Raw selects the mysterious man from Amsterdam, Aleister Black, which I believe IRL is very underrated. And, also, I just want to say, my heart goes out to Zelina. I mean, I don't know why they fired her, but Aleister, one of the most severely underrated superstars ever, not only IRL, but in game. He is also one of the most severely underrated. So it'll be good to see what happens. So SmackDown selects for their fourth pick, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, their fifth pick. Yep, their fifth pick. SmackDown selects the SmackDown Women's Champion, Brooke Danger. So that's a huge pick because if Brooke wins, then the Women's World Title's primary home will be on SmackDown. And of course, Brooke won't be. And I haven't really worked out the kinks yet, but my plan is to have, let's say Brooke wins this women's championship, or whatever you want to call it. There's a poll for that on the website, so go make sure you fill that out until I can get that, that 1K, and we can start posting polls in the YouTube community chat. But, until then, I use the website for all our polls. Let's say Brooke wins the title, which I hope y'all pick the Women's World Title. And she'll be staying on SmackDown, and Superstars from Raw can challenge for it and dual branded pay-per-views, that being Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, King of the Ring, which will be the next pay-per-view, et cetera, et cetera. The next pick of the draft, Raw selects Mr. Money in the Bank for the red brand, Chris Danger. And again, that is an incredible pick. Of course, he is now separated from his longtime rival, DJ Dudley. And I'm kind of upset about that. I am very upset. Chris Danger is not on the blue brand with DJ, or DJ is not on the red brand with Chris. I mean, I believe their obligations as Mr. Money in the Bank and tag champion, respectively, is kind of what played into that. But I'm hoping we could see that Deadly Danger match. So hopefully down the line, we'll see Chris and DJ battle it out. Maybe on the Survivor Series team. We know maybe Chris might be on Team Raw, DJ on Team SmackDown. We don't know, but we're gonna find out in the near future. Moving on, SmackDown selects as their next pick Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar. This is going to be a huge, huge pick for the blue brand, their tag team division. Because if they unify the titles, we're still going to have maybe the two tag teams for, Survivor Series. We could have Cesaro and Sheamus on that tag team. They are one of the best tag teams ever. And Cesaro, one of the most underrated superstars of all time. IRL has never had a world title run. I'm still upset about that. But we'll see. Moving on, Raw selects John Cena, the franchise player, the 16-time world champion IRL, and IRL, I believe, a 5-time United States champion. And he's on there. He could win his 17th world title on Raw, possibly even win the Intercontinental Championship, a championship he has never held on in his career. Moving on, SmackDown selects. Hold on, I got to do the impression. Hold on. The WWE Draft, don't you dare be sour. Clap for your IRL 10-time or 9-time tag team champs of the world and feel the power. It is Kofi Kingston, Mr. Money in the Bank. We have Xavier Woods, Big E, The New Day going to the blue brand. They are going to have a huge successful run. And with Kofi on the SmackDown brand, he can now possibly cash in for the world title. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Make sure you guys go to the website ASAP. So I know what we can do. Moving on, the next pick of the draft, Monday Night Raw, they select the Viper and IRL current WWE champion, Randy Orton, the RKO out of nowhere coming to the red brand. You already know. And Orton could really shine on there, winning the WWE Championship in the game from Adam Cole, maybe. And obviously, we get that Cena and Orton factor again, those two longtime rivals. Moving on. The next superstar of the 2K19 draft going to the Friday nights, it is the Bastard, Pac. And Pac, one of the most prolific performers ever, one of the best on the microphone. He is the total package. And obviously, no package, no pun intended, haha, get it? But you know, you guys got to understand, Pac has got to be upset, livid, if you will, the fact that he just lost the SmackDown ladder match to Kofi Kingston. He's not going to be happy about that. And we actually do know that because he did send this in to the DJ Danger headquarters. And I quote, "The way that Kofi Kingston won that ladder match is absurd. I don't know how he won that match. I should be the one able to cash in for the world title. I've worked my butt off this entire time and have not gotten one world title run. So when next time you guys see us on SmackDown on the post-draft show, you better believe Kofi Kingston and the New Day have it coming. Whatever that means, we're going to find out certainly in the SmackDown post-draft show. Coming up next, Raw selects a man with unscripted violence. We have Jon Moxley, obviously IRL, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and I still believe he's technically not the champion. I think MJF is the champion because he used a paradigm shift, but still, IRL, he is, as recognized, the AEW World Champion, and I am not mistaken, I don't know, I'm not sure he has a next opponent. He does not have a next opponent. He just defeated Eddie Kingston. So that was, or I think Kenny Omega's going to be the next one, but we'll see. IRL, the AEW champion, and he could bring a lot of spice to the universe mode. We haven't seen him that much. So, you know, one of his match I remember was his match against the then United States champion Chris Jericho. And that was a good match. You know, I think Mox has what it takes to win and possibly win the WWE Championship or the Intercontinental title. And by the way, we are going back to the original white strap Intercontinental title. I think that one looks way more prestigious than the new one. Although the new one is very good looking, you know? I think the white strap gives that classic look. It makes it feel more prestigious. So we're going to go back to that strap, you know? Moving on, next, we have the Almighty going to SmackDown. The Almighty, the CEO of the IRL Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, coming to Friday nights, and he can bring about a lot of power and strength to the blue brand. And coming up to the Monday Night Raw, they select The Miz with the Miztourage and Maryse. That's 4 people. And guys, if you just want to get a gauze, Miz can win the WWE Championship again. He could win the Intercontinental title again. As the responsibility, the possibilities are limitless. No, but I'm not going to draft Keith Lee tonight. I don't have a call of him yet. If you do have a good call of him on Xbox, hit me up in the community page and give me your tag on Xbox. I will certainly look at it. And I believe, I'm about to check right now. We are on a 10th pick for SmackDown. SmackDown selects the Usos. Obviously, they're one of the greatest tag teams of all time. One of the greatest tag teams. Of course, New Day is also, in my opinion, the greatest. But, you know, that's up for discussion. But I do believe they are one of the greatest. And with the Usos holding the unseated tag titles, that could be a whole possibility. We could see dream matches like the Usos versus the New Day again. I mean, we could see the Usos versus AOP, the Usos versus the Deadly Spartans. Just think of it, okay? I believe this is our 11th pick. SmackDown Raw selects Samoa Joe. Raw selects Samoa Joe with that pick. So, that being said, Samoa Joe obviously left the Revolution, EC3. We haven't seen him since Ricochet won the Cruiserweight title, and Samoa Joe left Revolution to win the NXT Championship. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic there. The first NXT pick I do believe that with Samoa Joe as NXT champion, he'll be going to NXT and Raw. Moving on, I believe this is our 11th pick here. SmackDown selects AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. So the Bullet Club will not be on Monday nights, and they will be on SmackDown. But that's still good because they can obviously Gallows and Anderson can feud with the Deadly Spartans. They can feud with the New Day, Cesaro and Sheamus, the Usos. The results are limitless, and of course, AJ Styles can compete for that U.S. title or even that World Championship. And I'm actually gonna have an update on the World Championships picture today after the draft. Moving on, next up, we have Jason Jordan coming to Monday night. Obviously, Kurt Angle knew the whole IRL storyline with him being his son, whatever. But Jason Jordan, don't just because y'all didn't like that storyline, he is a great competitor. He's one of the greatest, new generation superstars of our time. He has the talent, he has the ability, the mic skills. I don't know, because maybe give him an unscripted promo one time and we'll see what happens. But I think a reinvention could be nice for him. Coming up next, we have Becky Lynch coming to SmackDown. And obviously, she was owed a SmackDown title match and Money in the Bank. It never happened due to Brooke Danger not showing up. And we actually have a update from Becky and Brooke. Becky says, I earned a shot against Brooke for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The fact that I haven't gotten it yet and you guys are booking a unification match for the both women's titles makes me sick. If anything, I should be involved in that and make a triple threat match. I believe that I deserve and I am owed a women's title match. And if I don't get it, you will not like what happens next. Brooke Danger actually replied saying, Becky, I didn't show up because of personal matters. If you want the title shot, I will give it to you. Come on, Becky, you and I at King of the Ring if I win the title. Becky replies, if you win or not, I'm still taking your head. And, at King of the Ring, title or no title. Obviously, a nice brewing rivalry here. Becky Lynch is very upset she didn't get her title shot. Moving on, Raw selects Zack Ryder, which could prove to be a great tag team. If Mojo Rawley gets drafted, if he wants to have that change of heart with the Hype Bros, we don't know. But Zack Ryder, obviously a former Intercontinental Champion and United States Champion, even a former Tag Team Champion. So we'll see what goes on. Coming on next, we have Jeff Hardy going to SmackDown. And obviously, Jeff Hardy lost the WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at Backlash earlier in the series. And he lost that Hell in a Cell 60-minute Iron Man match and Money in the Bank. What's next for Jeff? We don't know. Is he going to go after the U.S. title, the world title? What's he going to go after? Coming up next on Monday Night Raw, the second to last pick, Raw selects Sami Zayn, the Great Liberator. And Sami Zayn obviously knows his worth, and the Red Brand knows his worth. So if you think about it, it's a win-win. Sami Zayn can obviously go off the Intercontinental or WWE Championship. He is long overdue for a world title run on the main roster. Coming up next, we have Kevin Owens going to SmackDown. And I do believe Kevin Owens is a fit for SmackDown. And I just kind of imagined him walking out to the ring under the Fist logo, whatever. I just loved it. Kevin Owens, and the Fist logo represents the aggression they have on SmackDown back then. It represented the ruthlessness, the ruthless aggression. Get it? But Kevin Owens has that. He just has to tap into it. Now we have our last pick of the Raw brand, and they select Chris Jericho, Le Champion, the Demo God, baby. Chris Jericho is going to Monday Night Raw, and obviously I want him to go after the Intercontinental title or WWE Championship. Obviously him and Miz are leading in for Intercontinental title runs IRL. And the final pick of the WWE 2K19 draft is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And obviously he is not have to be happy about that at all. So, actually, I do have a statement from officials. They posted on the DJ Danger website. If you can see right here, they posted in the news tab. Go to the news tab, guys. A poll, and obviously you see what should we call the women's championship, the tag championships, and then the winner of the first annual King of the Ring, what should the winner receive? And we have these options: the World Heavyweight Championship, a world title match at SummerSlam, so basically act like the Rumble match of the summer, a mid-card title match at SummerSlam, a King of the Ring Money in the Bank briefcase, basically saying you guys have a a year, basically they have a briefcase, and it expires at King of the Ring. Duh. A guaranteed spot on their brand's Survivor Series team. It's a little dull, but the team wins, there will be some special prizes involved for the members who were surviving there. Or the number 30 spot in the Rumble match. Thank y'all for staying tuned. Oh, we have a update. Okay. This is a text message I received from the SmackDown commissioner, Teddy Long. Hold up. Holla, player. Teddy says, on the SmackDown post-draft show, Pac will have to find 2 partners, and they'll take on the New Day. And if Pac's team can win, then at King of the Ring, it will be Pac versus Cody Kingston, and the winner will keep the Money in the Bank briefcase. Also, I understand how Becky Lynch feels. She is upset that she has not gotten her championship match yet. With that being said, Becky, you will fight for the women's title on King of the Ring. The winner of the unification match will face Becky Lynch. If Brooke Danger does not win, then at SummerSlam, win, lose, or draw at the King of the Ring, Becky Lynch will face Brooke Danger in a street fight. Make sure I remember that, guys. We're going to have a Brooke Danger. I mean, guys, Brooke Danger and Becky Lynch in a street fight at SummerSlam. That is going to be lit. I mean, Brooke's already an MMA fighter, so, that's already said and done. Also, the Raw executives, the Raw general manager, also texted me. I'm about to tell you what he just texted me. I'm just making sure we remember. Becky versus either Shayna Baszler or Brooke Danger for the Women's World title at King of the Ring. And the Raw GM said, and I quote, I understand the value of hard work. And Adam Cole I'm so proud to have him as the reigning World WWE Champion on the Red brand. However, what I want is a champion who's not complacent. And I don't want his reign to be overshadowed by people saying he doesn't show up. He does not defend hard enough. And the same goes for Finn Balor and the Leaders of World, Shayna Baszler. That's subject to change for the Women's Tag Team titles. He says, every week we will have the Intercontinental title defended against a random superstar I pick on the roster. And we will have a number 1 contenders triple threat match for the WWE Championship featuring Aleister Black, Chris Jericho, and Jon Moxley. The winner will face Adam Cole at King of the Ring. And also, heads up, if they were not drafted, if no one was drafted, let's say Rusev, he wasn't drafted, right? They are free agents, and they will be used on whatever brand until I can find a fit for them. Okay? Well, that's the end of the draft, guys. I hope you enjoyed it all. Please ensure to check the community tab every once in a while and check out the website. That is dangerdj.weebly.com. Make sure you check it out. Hit the like button if you can. Subscribe and click all the notice. I mean, you better click the all on the notice bell. I do not want you missing another video. Okay, y'all? We need to get this channel going. Okay? I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.